Hey you guys, Mcluvin News here. So, yes, I've talked about some things about some parts that maybe you guys don't know about me. I don't reveal too much because my information is private, just like yours. It's not about knowing us fully to every little personal detail of our past and who we are that matters. It's what we do now. And I'll leave it just at that. So, I was a driving instructor. I did disclose that. That's crucial. You guys should think about one thing. Keep sharing and battling for the information because our oceans are in deep trouble. Remember that. Do your research. We have a very limited time window to get to fixing the problem. And it's going to start with getting rid of bad politicians, bad people who misrepresent us, who don't represent us at all, who line their own pockets. That's the kind of movement we need to keep up with. That's the kind of inspiration I hope to bestow, because I hope that my cause, my fight, inspires you guys, everyone who follows me, every generation therefore after, and everyone combined, so we can do this together. Our oceans will be lucky to make it past 2040, 2050 in America, based on what I've seen. And there's so much plastic in the ocean. We're killing off so much of our ocean coral reefs, our ecosystems, our aquatic ecosystems, our fish. It's not looking good. If you want to make a big difference, boycott plastic once and for all. Buy yourself a water pitcher at home, such as Pure or Zero pitcher filter. Stop buying plastic bottles. Stop buying plastic things of which come with liquids and beverages. That includes everything from apple juice to sodas to soft drinks to pretty much anything. Anything and everything. Syrup. Start buying glass. Start buying stuff that is, coming from recycled products. Only strictly companies that inspire that. It may be hard to do, but think about it. You can make a difference. If you're having trouble making that difference because it's too hard, try to minimize how much stuff that you throw out in the trash. Try to reuse that stuff for things. If you have a plastic syrup bottle, for example, reuse it. Find a way to reuse it. Don't just throw it away. Our oceans, there's no point in even saying this in a light sense. We can't do anything if we don't act to try to make a difference. Boycott plastics. Reuse your current plastics. That's the best battle we have up against right now, because it's looking grim. It's looking real grim. I just watched Bill Maher last night, and everything out of his message was positive. It was on par with everything that I've been saying. Now we're going to hold Donald Trump and the MAGA people accountable. They've got a lot of work to do. They've got a lot of stuff on their plate. They're going to deliver all these messages, and they're not going to walk back like everyone's saying that people voted for Trump because they wanted to take their country back. They wanted to be part of something to take it back. Yeah, not really. It was about the MAGA party. It was about the MAGA party taking over. That's the real truth. MAGA party isn't about unity, but Trump is talking about unity. So I don't think he's going to be jumping into this whole MAGA talk. I think he's going to be talking more so about what Trump wants to make just about himself, because Trump has always ever been about himself. When does he ever come up with ideas of his own? Think about that. He's usually taking ideas from others. I'm inspiring you guys to do your own personal research. And from me to you, Mcluvin News, I'm going to be working so hard to clean up my garage, which is filled with scrap. You don't believe me? I'll show you a picture of it one of these days soon. I've got a lot of work to do in there. Today, I'm going to try to take it as easy as I can, but I'm going to try to work on a little bit of my scrap. Maybe I'll take a little mini short for you guys to see what it's like to grind. It's not a joke. I'll set up a video, and you guys can watch the work go down. Grinding is hardcore stuff, and I ain't talking about no grinding like making money, but in a way I am making money because I'll be producing to get rid of old scrap metal material, get the copper out of it. Right now, it'll just be opening up the initial compressors, of which I've gotten from every fridge that's been decommissioned. Freon's been already taken out of it. I haven't done a single thing to hurt the ozone. And I'll let you know right now, the way they use Freon now in new refrigerator compressors, it's not even going to hurt the ozone. But I know, in my past, as I solemnly swear, and I know I made a statement, it's not the left hand, it's the right, put your right hand up. No, it's your right hand on the Bible. When you make a statement, it's your left hand up, solemnly swear. I will walk back what I said before, again, for like the third time, and I'm making a correction that I have always contributed my time and my effort to help out others over myself. I always put others before myself. That's something I've always done. And same thing with my business. When I driving school, I always put the money and the efforts toward the school and the education for the students. And I actually am still a licensed driving instructor. So I live my life the way I would think about driving. Smart, productive, efficient, not faster than anybody, not slower than anybody, and always out of respect for other people on the roadway and the safety of others around me. That's a simple way to live it. Now, plastics is an important message to disclose again. Boycott plastics. Seriously, we got to step up against the rich, the elite, and all of those in America that are blatantly saying, it's not my problem. Well, it's your guys' generation's problem. So those people that say that, we're not with them. And I have to say, we got more to do. Even if it's hard to afford it, and what you got to do to make it work, make it possible. If you have to pay somebody to ship your plastics, and if I had to buy your plastics, provided, of course, it's sensible buying of plastics, I would find a use for it. I've actually used a water bottle as an outdoor light cover. Yeah, that's right. I used it as an outdoor light cover for an outdoor light. That's right. A plastic bottle I reused as an outdoor light cover on my home. I'll take it with me when I leave. I just took the screws out and put it over it because my original outdoor light didn't have a cover. And you know what? There are ways you can find little do-it-yourself MacGyver tips to stop using plastic. That's my message from today, because our ocean, we're not going to have it forever. Oh, and a disturbing update for you guys. You know the Fallout universe? For all those who don't know this, I'm a Fallout fan. Fallout is a wonderful game in a fictitious lore, separate timeline, not associated with our own, where in this timeline they embrace nuclear technology, laser technology, power armor, which became the power suits for the military, and embroiled on a future of a timeline that led to the absolute destruction of the Earth later down the road after the United States and the resource wars began in between the years of 2030 through 2040, continuing on up till 2050 through 2060, where China invaded Alaska for oil resources after our resources, oil and water, had already been completely expunged to the point where the world was completely embroiled in a resource battle between all the different countries, between America, China, and Russia, and others embroiled with that, including the UK. That would be England and other people out there, including Germany, Italy, so forth on, France. You got to think about this. It may be a fictitious timeline, but what's truly disturbing? Sweden is the only country, and if you don't know this, now you do, it's the only country with a vault big enough to protect itself and all of its citizens from a nuclear annihilation. We have enough nukes on this earth to destroy it 100,000 trillion times over. I don't know what the definition is, but we have enough nukes that it's pretty clear that we have leaders that don't know what they're doing with their nukes. Putin. Yeah, I think that they don't care for us. I don't think that they care for our humanity. They don't even care for the wars that they've started. Putin, again, killing Ukrainians. You know, Vladimir Zelensky was a former comedian, and now he's a commander-in-chief and president of his country. You don't know that? Look it up. So I support the war in Ukraine. I don't support war and killing, but I definitely am strongly against the fact that Vladimir Putin seems to just not care about killing Russians. If he says he does, well, then why is he still killing Russians? Why is he still killing his own people? Why are there war crimes and war atrocities? Oh, and same thing with Palestine and going forward with the conflict with Gaza, the Israel and the Palestinians. This war's got to end. And we can't be talking about bigotry here. We can't be talking about ignorance. We've had enough, and we've seen enough from war. Nothing good comes out of war. Young men go in because old men pay for it, and they want to see the outcomes of their own profits and their own gains. We got to put an end to it, and one thing at a time. We start with information sharing, collective love and compassion, and the hard fight ahead with words and passion and efforts to mobilize and unify this country. I stand with you guys in America, Mcluvin News. You're going to see the fight from what I'm going to be devoting every day, little by little. I'm going to do my efforts and hope that more and more people follow me. If you're not with me on YouTube or TikTok, please follow with me. Thank you again. Mcluvin News signing out from this Sunday. I wish you all the very best. And if you haven't followed with some of my other content, I've followed new content people who have inspired me, one of which was a Irish folk singer and songwriter who I have just posted on my TikTok and on my YouTube, and a Christian pastor who is talking out about the shame that MAGA, the Republican people who have twisted around the truth of Christianity for Trump. It's a shameful disgrace, and Christianity and the Lord Jesus himself has nothing to do with that kind of rhetoric. If you guys don't already know that, educate yourselves. If you do, find some peace in his work, find some love, find some wholesomeness, that there are good people fighting the fight right now, even in the doom and gloom. And all about the people concerned about passports. If you don't have a way to get a passport, go get it. You know, half of average Americans don't even have a passport. I have one, and I didn't even get it for the reason why you guys might think. Okay, I got it because maybe I thought I'd travel to see another country and reach out with other people. And I don't have the money for that. But if I can get my message spread, maybe I don't have to travel to another country for it. If I can inspire somebody to say, don't be despairing because you have to go get a passport. Be proud. Average Americans don't even have it. You can. So think about that. Tell your family and friends. Tell your legal green card family members, anybody who is a legal green card family member, tell them about that. You know, seriously, tell them. Be proud. Stand proud. United States of America. We, the indigenous, multicultural diversity of people of all color and ethnicities. We the people, not we MAGA. MAGA, get out of our country. And if they don't, we're going to have to vote them out, clean them out, and get rid of them once and for all with our power of our voices. Thanks for watching. Oh, and yeah, if it comes to violence, Second Amendment supporters, anybody who's not a Second Amendment supporter, if you want to become a Second Amendment supporter, go get your guns, go get your protection. It's not about fear. Protecting yourself is paramount in this day and age. Back in 2016, I got my gun, and it wasn't for the fact I was afraid. I was just protecting myself because there are crazy people that will try to do whatever it takes to push the boundaries of normal citizenship, normal civility. And if you need to protect yourself and your loved ones in the boundaries of your home and the castle doctrine and the protection of your own home and your state, please do it. Get involved with your public officials. Tell them if you feel threatened. Tell them if you've received threats. Report these crimes. Report them to the FBI. Report them to our government. Our government doesn't need to be dismantled because our American people want to shove their heads and just bury everything. It's not time to despair. It's time to unite. It's time to unite in this country. America. The Democrats, Republicans, Independents, all of those unlisted and undisclosed voters and minds to collectively work together against the hate and division and white nationalism that MAGA stands for. Thanks for watching. Mcluvin News, signing out.